their fatherhood experience. Right now, we have Ryan Skyers. And Ryan, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored, man.
All right, that's good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Man, listen. So this is Father's Month, right? And here at Fathers UpLift, like it's in our name, it's in our mission. What we do is we highlight fathers. We're nonprofit in the heart of Boston, serving as many dads as we can. And where are you located, Ryan?
I'm actually in Atlanta, Georgia.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about your fatherhood journey and how did it begin?
Um, I mean, I'd love to say it was a fantastical journey of getting to fatherhood, but I met the right one, and when I did, she had a son, and he just became my son. So I became a dad instantly in dating.
Awesome, awesome. So your fatherhood journey sounds like it started unexpectedly by meeting the love of your life. Okay, so when it comes to that, like, how many kids do you have today,
I have two boys.
and what are their ages?
I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Okay, what are their names? And tell us a little bit about your kids, the
Okay,
uniqueness.
so I have two boys, Mason and Maddox. Mason is the oldest, he's 8. Maddox is the youngest, 6-year-old. Now, when I say complete opposites, I mean complete opposites. When people think of um, the subtle child who's always polite and conscious of everything, that's Mason. Mason has more feelings than anybody I've ever met. But Maddox, not that he has a lack of feelings, because he does have feelings, but he's the one who he doesn't have the care for your feelings. His feelings take priority.
Mm,
Where Mason, everyone else's feelings take priority, to where he will leave himself out of things because he's caring more about other people's feelings. Whereas Maddox is going to prioritize himself first. So that's what I would say. That is the difference and the duality of it.
oh, okay. So how has that impacted the way you parent them? Like, you parent them differently?
In a way, you kind of have to, because with Mason, a look, hey, pause, and you know that's discipline enough. With Maddox, Maddox needs direction now. No, I need to like walk behind you and guide you up to your room, because if not, you might end up in another room before I know it.
So what kind of
So,
activities? So what kind of activities do you like to do with your kids?
okay. So, like I said, they're both different. So, I have to do different activities with different kids. So, Mason has latched onto the fact that, I always played video games growing up. That's how I pass the time. Mason has latched onto that. So, obviously, I have a whole gaming computer rig with multiple monitors and stuff. And yeah, that's kind of just his now.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, he's just taken over it, and I haven't used it in like 2 months. But yeah, so that's Mason. Mason is more so software. He needs to develop software, is what I think. Maddox is hardware. Now we have, and I can show you real quick. If I can flip this around, um, I have Maddox. He disassembled the computer,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
we're reassembling it. So we're just taking our time with that,
Nice, nice.
because the reassembly is the hardest part. So yeah.
That's great. That's incredible that you're able to do that with your kids. It's really wonderful, and when people are watching this, they're gonna see, oh my God, like there's so many ways I could parent my son and so many things I could do. So, what is the most challenging part of fatherhood?
The most challenging part of fatherhood, honestly, is the most challenging part of fatherhood isn't actually your kids, to be
Mm,
honest. It's not. It's your spouse. It's your
okay.
spouse, your partner, baby mother, however you choose to look at it, girlfriend, whatever. Um, that is the most challenging part because you're trying to get two people to parent the same. That doesn't always jive, you know?
Right. Because everybody parents differently. So, can you go more into that when you say that? So, for you, I
Hmm.
understand that you and your wife, you guys live in the same house. You guys coexist together. But for fathers that are not in the same house as their kids, I could see how that the parenting could be different. Where
Hmm.
like let's just say your son is allowed to make breakfast in the morning, but then they go to mom's house, they're not allowed to be in the kitchen. You
Yep.
know, so
Yeah. It's the little things, and
mm,
a lot of people skip over the fact that the little things add up. It's not always the big things that just catch you off guard, and you're just like, oh, I'm dead set against this.
mm,
It's the little things that add up that end up mattering the most. So I would end up just saying like it all boils down to communication
mm,
and flexibility, man. You got to be flexible. We got to come to a compromise
mm,
because if I have a certain viewpoint and you have a certain viewpoint, then I would definitely say that like we got to figure this out because I want to do what I want to do, but you want to do what you want to do. Okay,
okay.
let's come to a middle ground.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Definitely, communication is definitely the key to success, especially if you're doing it for the kids. As a dad, there could be oftenly lack of support and services for us significantly. What message do you send to society about that?
Um, I mean, I know there's kind of been a slight movement towards this direction that I've noticed in the past year or so. But I would just say more grace, man. There's
Mm,
man, cut me a break every now and again.
mm,
I'm not I'm not trying to do the most, and if I misstep or misspeak, don't gotta roast me to let me know that I messed up.
mm.
You know, so that's what I would get at. Like just a little bit more grace.
And what advice would you give new fathers that are coming into fatherhood and about fatherhood? I mean, you mentioned that you came into fatherhood in a unique situation in which you became a stepdad before you became a father of your own child, and
Yeah.
so you could give from both perspectives. And like, I was a new father to a step kid, and I never been a parent before. Then I became a father to my own son. So how would you give
Yeah.
a father, how would you give a person that is contemplating on doing what you did, or like just entering fatherhood and don't know where to go or what supports to look for?
Um. Well, okay. So I'm gonna answer that in reverse. What supports to look for? Family.
Mm,
Any family you got, you need a support system because they're gonna back you, and that's what you need. If your family situation ain't the best right now, but you know you got a kid on the way, you need to repair your family situation and get back on good terms because having a support system means a world of difference. And if not family, then you need a strong friend support system. You see what I'm saying? Um, then I would say advice giving to a new dad coming into a step parent situation or even just having their first child. Man, be prepared for diapers. Be prepared for diapers. And multiple outfits, change of clothes. Keep a backpack with you in the car, a scramble pack. Um, I, so that's just preparation.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about emotionally, man, every time your baby goes to sleep, you sleep
Mm.
immediately. As soon as your baby lays down, you go to sleep too. Because the minute you try to lay down, your baby's going to be waking up. And that shit gets old real quick. Love the kids. I love them. They're adorable. But having to wake up and you only had 2 hours of sleep since you got off of work because you went to sleep after watching Power or whatever, yeah, that shit sucks.
Mm.
So that's
Wow.
what I would say. Yeah, just go to sleep when them kids go to sleep. As a new
Okay.
dad,
Awesome. So Ryan's words: sleep when they sleep. If not, you are gonna mess up. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be real stressful for you. And Ryan, thank you for having Fathers Uplift interview you for Father's Month, and we really appreciate what you're doing, and we love everything you're doing. Thank you so much, Ryan.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man.